All right, how is it going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to be playing Ducktales 2 of all things. Now you guys know that I've played plenty of Ducktales before. But actually let me get out the box for regular Ducktales. So 1 second. Alright, so the original Ducktales, you guys know I've done that plenty of times before, right? Love the original Ducktales, had as a kid. Maybe my favorite of the, well, I mean I like the Mega Man games, but one of my favorite Capcom games. One of my favorite Nintendo games. But then, this weekend, I picked up Ducktales 2, that's right. Been wanting to get this for a long time. I used to have the cartridge of it, but I think it ended up in the nerd room. But now I have it in the box. Very cool. So I've been wanting that forever. So that's what we're gonna do. It's Ducktales 2. And that's right, the chat's got all the Donald Ducks going. Alright, let me know how the sound is before we start. And oh, I want to show you another pickup that I got. I'm doing goddamn pickup videos now, huh? So I had recommended from, I think, I want to say GameSack. GameSack recommended this to me. This is UN Squadron, which I'm going to do a live stream of soon as well. Hopefully. Soonish. So that should also be cool. It is Justin Garbert. It is. Hey, Emily. How's it going? Hey, Games and Movies Entertainment. He's enjoying the Toucan Sam, Tony the Tiger emotes that we got in there. All the cereal. So, alright, we'll start this in just a second. You got a lot of Donald Duck emotes in there, Games and Movies. Hey, JP. Krillin says, from everyone I hear who's played UN Squadron, it's a pretty good game. Yeah, that's what I've been told too, so. I should do that sometime, Charles. I'll have to get in the mood for that. Colomini. Skywalker, I actually saw, oh god, it was some random person from like Deep Space Nine or something that I saw in a, had like the toy for it and it was signed. I'm trying to think of who it was. Some like the most obscure, like DS9, like some ambassador or woman or something. Oh, I should have taken a picture of it. I hope you do more Valis games. This is Valis 77. Valis 77. Hang on. Oh, sorry to delay us anymore, but let me really quickly grab something because I want to show something to Valis 77. Alright, Bala says, I love when I get noticed. So, another pickup. This is definitely becoming a pickups video now. So, Bala 77, I picked up. Box is a little ripped up, but this is Super Valis 4 for Super Nintendo. Thanks, JJ, for subbing 3 months in a row. If you guys are subbed to me with Twitch Prime, or Amazon Prime, don't forget to resub and sub. You can sub for free and all that good stuff. Shameless promotions here. Can I get a good shot of this or what? There it is. It's a ripped up box, but what can I say? Still a little pricey, but yeah. So I got Super Valis. So at some point I'll do that, and there's other ones on like PC Engine and stuff that I want to do. So, nice tiger on the box. Tony the Tiger, how you doing? Epcot Pizza. All right. Valis playing Valis. My Steel says, I never played a Valis game, didn't know of their existence until I watched Mike play these games. Yes, they're cool. I've only started playing them recently myself, so it was very good. Get a hype. Alright, so anyhow, let's get DuckTales 2 started here. I am not familiar with DuckTales 2 the way I am with the original DuckTales. The original DuckTales, I played the shit out of. It was one of my favorite NES games. This one, I played it and I've beaten it, but maybe like once. So we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna not be good. Which DuckTales game do you prefer? Says Jipple. The James Show, just subscribe. Thank you, James Show, for subbing. Scrooge McDuck is a greedy old bastard. Yeah, pretty much. Which one do I prefer? I don't know. Thanks ForeverBlade53 for subbing. Appreciate that as well. Thanks all you guys. So I can't answer that yet, which one I prefer. I don't know. I need to play more of this one, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's get it started. Tell you what, I'll go for normal, and then maybe we'll go through on difficult. We'll see how long the game is. Here he is, Launchpad McQuack, who did not appear in the original comics, just so you know. Where to, Uncle Scrooge? This is Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls! Slowly I turn, inch by inch. This is an old Three Stooges sketch. Look it up. Actually, a lot of people did that sketch. Abbott and Costello too, I think. To get across Niagara Falls, you have to jump from log to log. It's log, log, log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Legend says the fabled crystal flower that blooms only once every 1,000 years is on the far side of the falls. Be careful. Flintheart Glumgold, oh god, he's back, is after the crystal flower too. Flintheart Glumgold was in the comics, and he is a creation of Carl Barks. And he wasn't really in that many issues, but he was in a few. Do you want to go there, Uncle Scrooge? Yes, A. No, B. Yes, I do, Launchpad. Yes, I do. Alright, here we are. Now, gameplay is pretty similar from what I remember. And I remember this game just being just about as good as the original, but we'll see. Thanks, Bono, for 34 for subbing. Appreciate it, guys. Boom, boom. Aw. The ice cream. I love soft serve ice cream. It's so good. So good. What do you got to say, Huey? Thanks, Huey. You're great. We love you. Oh, that's right. You can pull the shit. I forgot. This is new. This is a new element to DuckTales. To the pulling of the thingies. Thingies? I could use better grammar here. Boom. Monty Mole has showed up. And a new sub has showed up. Saber KB, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, Webby. Ugh, Webby.
Uncle Scrooge, Gyro was trapped in a landslide. You gotta help him out.
Thanks, Webby. You're great. Gyro. Yeah, Gyro I loved, and Little Helper. Little Helper was a little light bulb dude. And he was Gyro's Little Helper. Boom. Boom. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all this soft serve ice cream. This game's great. What are you talking about? It's awesome. What the hell? What do you want? We're going down here. Oh, rubber raft. Uncle Scrooge's got to get his rubber. Duck. Up. And let's go talk to Gyro Gear Loose. Boom. I love the Gyro Gear Loose one-pagers. And they had, Gyro had his own comic book at one point. I should go grab that and show it to you guys. Thanks, Uncle Scrooge. Here, take this iron adapter. You can use it on things that wouldn't break with a normal pogo jump. That's pretty good. I like that. Spikes. Isn't there a single platformer without spikes? Webby the imposter. Why does he call him Uncle? It's just everybody calls him Uncle Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck will always be the #1 richest duck. Always. That's, you're damn right he will be. You know why? Because he's smarter than the smarties and tougher than the toughies. That's right, folks. Boom. Now we can break these, right? Boom. I could have got one up there and got that, but oh, I still can. Watch this. Watch this. Come on. Watch this shit. Oh yeah, getting the diamonds is so good. Where's Donald though? The old comics used to have Donald. That is one thing I liked about the new DuckTales series. Is they included more Donald. Gotta have Donald. Come on. I was always angry that they had kind of replaced Donald with Launchpad. I'm gonna be honest with you. Damn it! I can do so many voices, but Donald Duck is the one I simply cannot imitate.
I can do so many voices, but Donald Duck is the one I simply cannot.
Howard the Duck. Rich ducks don't get wet. Oh, I bet the richer they are, the wetter they get. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we're gonna hit this. Oh, no, we're not. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull it. And... Actually... How do you get that? I don't know. That's interesting. You want to go home, Uncle Scrooge? No, be sure to hit B here. Alright. And before I forget, I do want to show you guys that Gyro Gear Loose thing real quick. So let me go power item. That's cool. That's different as well. So quick break so I can grab something duck related to show you. I'll be right back. And we're back. So, I just want to show you that Gyro himself had his own comic. It should be right in here. Hopefully. Okay, wait, that's not it. Here you go. I'll mess this up there. Okay. So, usually it was Donald Duck or Scrooge that would have their own comics, Walt Disney Comics and Stories. But at one point, Gyro himself even had his own comic all to himself. And You can tell. You know what's funny? The first story that's in here, you can tell by the artwork that it was not done by Carl Barks because it's not that good. But let me get to it. Actually, is there even a Barks story in here? Yeah, this one. I think this one is. Okay. Wait, no, it's not. I think this entire issue is done up by artists that... Oh, you know what? Okay, I know what the deal is. So, yeah, this whole issue is done up by other art. So Carl Barks did this cover, okay? Yeah, and he's the creator of Uncle Scrooge. But all the stories on the inside are all ones that they had other artists do at that point. So yeah, but he did do the cover though of that issue. So there's the Gyro comic. I don't believe Gladstone Gander ever had his own individual issue, and I always thought he should. But yeah, so maybe we can go through more comics as we go through. Let's get back to the game. All right, let's see what you guys are saying real quick. All the comics you have is Marvel and DC. Yeah, that's how a lot of people. That's what I can't stand. That you go into like comic book shops and 98% of it is superhero stuff. It's like, come on. What did they say? Radio killed the movie star, and Superman killed the funny animal. There you go. Looking at the dungeon design in DuckTales 2 makes me mad at Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah? Gladstone is awesome. Alright. Back to the game here. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. God, oh god. Harpies? Ugh. Come on. Oh, let's wait for them to go by. That's kind of like the animation on Magica in the first game. Which it turns into the vulture or whatever. This is an interesting level. There's a lot of going left here. Now that I have this game, this will be every other stream that I do for the rest of the time. There we go. I'll just do DuckTales and then I'll go to DuckTales too. Ribbit. Is that what's his name? What's the frog's name from Honey Smacks? Dig 'em. Dewey, how you doing, Dewey? The Landslide has released. All you need to do to get by is pogo jump on it 5 times, Uncle Scrooge. Just 5 fucking times. All right, Uncle Scrooge, you got that? Come on, Uncle Scrooge. I said, come on, Uncle Scrooge, let's go. Oh my god, this far back, huh? No. Come on, Scrooge McDuck. Why does he even do this shit? Why doesn't he just pay somebody to go on these adventures at this point? Like, he's just fucking bazillionaire, multi-bazillion, trillion bazillionaire. He's risking his life in the fucking caves and shit. The guy's out of his fucking mind. I wouldn't do that shit if I had that much money. Are you kidding me? I'd be sitting at home drinking lemonades, waiting for that Sweet money to roll in. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. There's like a Marvel character right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here he comes. It's almost like Mega Man-like here. Somewhat. Boom. That was it? Come on. And we got a flower. I don't know. He doesn't trust anyone else but himself with his money. That's very true. Epcot Pizza. That's very true. 100% true. Alright, so we got Cake, Safe, Continue Globe, Good Mojo Doll, so it's an extra life. So you can buy all this shit. So Cake, Safe, Continue Globe. Special Energy. I wonder what that does. Oh wait, that's an extra thingamajig. I'm gonna get one of those. Yeah, so you buy it in this game. It is what I was looking for, Huey. I'm buying that for sure. Where to go, Uncle Scrooge? Well, I don't know. Let's go to Egypt. Treasure of the Nile. Oh, and actually, do I have this right here? I got another thing I can show you guys about Egypt, but hang on a second. Do you want to go there? I do. Okay. So this is here. I'm gonna grab something once again. I'm just gonna 1 second. So this is oh wait, look at this. Look at this I fucking just found. Hang on a second. So here's another one. There's another gyro issue. I knew there was a pink cover one. There's more. So there's 4 color ones. Oh fuck, and then there's this one. There's another gyro one. I knew there was more. I was looking in the wrong bin. But I didn't even want to show you. I didn't even want to show you that. Oh, you know what? They had Grandma Duck too. Those are all like later. Oh fuck! I think this was the first one. This was the first. This is the one I wanted to show you. This was the first Gyro Gyrolos issue. And those I think. See, I think Barks did the story in these. The other one that I showed you was in a different bin, and that's because he didn't do the stories inside them, and that's why they were in a different bin. Because I have a whole bin of things that he just did the cover for. But yeah, here you go. This is a fucking good one too, by the way. You guys should read this one. The Cave of Winds. That's a good story, and that's a Barks story. But anyway, I didn't even mean to show you any of that stuff. It's just that's what I meant to show you before with the gyro crap. But what I wanted to show you was, since we are on Egypt, this is what I want to show you. So this right here is, what is behind this? Oh. This is one of the early issues I have. This is Donald Duck and the Mummy's Ring, which, this is the comic. I've talked about this before. I don't have these right now, but I gotta be really careful with this. So I have the Carl Barks' National Geographics, and this is the issue that, like these days we have the internet, so if you want to look up a picture of the Sphinx or something like that. You can just look it up right now on Google. But back in the day, in the 1930s or 40s, you know, you had to, you know, go to the library or something like that. So anyhow, he had a subscription to National Geographic magazine, and a lot of the backgrounds that were drawn for the comic were taken from National Geographic. So here's an example right here of one of the drawings that there was a photo in National Geographic, and let me try to find any other ones that were definitely, I know there's a couple that are definitely in here that I want to show you. This one. The ending thing, I think. Now in real life it wasn't actually in water, but those guys there, those statues, I believe are actually taken from something real. And there's another one in here somewhere, I think, too. But anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole comic. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that because that is a duck story in Egypt. The original Duck Egypt story, and also one of the first Donald Duck 4-colors, second to 4-color 9. Alright, back to the game. Fluffy says, people who just collect comics and never read them are scary to me. They are meant to be read. Yeah, I read them. I don't care. I bought them to read them. I didn't buy them to just fucking put them behind plastic. I don't do that. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, I can't stand that. People who just buy comics and then fucking put them behind plastic and never open them. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't do that. What's the point of having it if you're not going to use it? Stick it in a fucking vault or something? That's not fun. Hey, Louie. How's it going, Uncle Scrooge? There sure are a lot of traps here. Better be careful. Can I, like, get that open somehow? There we go. This is what you want. Oh, no. Oh, you bastard. See, and now look at my life on the top. I have 4 things instead of 3. I would think that you could hang. Oh, there you can. You can hang off of it. But it's not really pulling it down or anything. I guess this one will pull down. Or maybe it's just meant to. Huh, you would think you could like grab onto that or something. It's weird to me. Huh. I don't know what the deal with that is. I would think you could grab onto that. Doesn't seem like you can. Bzz. Get up there. Oh my god, there's so many secrets in this that, like I said, I do not know this as well as. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. King Tut. King Tut. Why does he hang on the top of the ring? That is a good question. This is just to get up the launch pad. I don't want that. Shit, man. Oh my god, I almost fucked that up. Okay, and this. Huh. What do you got to tell me, Huey? There's something written on this wall. The one who sees the light of the sun will find the way. This must be how to get the treasure. This is some Mega Man shit right here. Oh. Alright. Oh, look at this, look at this. Secrets galore. This is pretty sweet, you know? I'm liking it. I forgot, you know. I knew this game was real good, but I haven't played it in such a long time. We did do the, I think, Game Boy version of it, Ryan and I, at one point, which was actually pretty good, the Game Boy version. But I also think the Game Boy version is less rare, I believe, so it'd be easier to find and play. King Tut. Quack Tut. Boom. He was easy. But I guess this is on normal. I should try this game on difficult. I'm sure he did, Swifty the Gamer. I have robbed one. Why Scrooge Red, though? Why Scrooge Red, though, says get hype. Oh, don't you get me started on that. Why Scrooge Red? I'm gonna show you right now why Scrooge Red. You just said the magic words to MikeMatei. You don't say that to me. Cause now you're gonna get the lesson. Get hype. So, first of all, Scrooge's first appearance ever in a comic, and he was meant to be like Scrooge from Christmas Carol. So actually Scrooge's first appearance, he was wearing sort of like a Mr. Rogers kind of thing. This right here is Scrooge's first appearance in the comic book right there. Miserly old duck sitting in his chair, and he's pissed. And look at what he's saying! Look at what he's saying. This is the first thing Uncle Scrooge says. Right there. Come on, camera. Come on. There it is. Everybody hates me, and I hate everybody. See, Uncle Scrooge is very antisocial. So, anyhow, though, about him being red. In all the original comics, when Uncle Scrooge got his first comic book, here we go. This is the very first issue of Uncle Scrooge. That was his first appearance, but in the very first Uncle Scrooge comic, he wore red. And on Ducktales, he wore blue. He wore blue and red, but in the original comics, it was red and green, actually. You can see here. There he is. So, real Scrooge wears red, and I love that in the video games, they put him back in red. Somebody who was doing the coloring on the games must have been a comics fan. And then, so those were the 4 colors. So Scrooge had 3 4-color issues. And I'm sorry, those were part of the 4-color series. So there was 3 of them. So for the 4-color series, because the 4-color series there was all kinds of like characters. You might have a Dick Tracy comic, or you might have Bugs Bunny, or you might have Porky Pig or whatever. So that was the 4-color series, and there were certain Disney ones, like there was a Mickey Mouse one and whatever. So there was 3 of those for the 4-color series with Uncle Scrooge. You had Only a Poor Old Man, Back to the Klondike, and it doesn't say it on the cover, but this is the horseradish story. So those were the first 3 Uncle Scrooge issues. From that point, then Uncle Scrooge legitimately got his own comic book himself, and this would be the first Uncle Scrooge, not the 3-4 colors, but the first time. This is the first actual Uncle Scrooge issue right here. This is when he had his own comic book, strictly like on his own, and there were about 70 real Uncle Scrooge comics, and the last one, there was 70. This is the last real Uncle Scrooge comic right here. It ended with issue 70, and I think this was in the 60s. So this is the last one, and this story was the Doom Diamond. So there you go. And so there were 70 issues of Uncle Scrooge, the first 3 being in the 4-color series. And that, my friends, and by the way, see, all the way up to the last issue, red. So there you go, there's your lesson, get hype. That's why he's wearing red. Back to the game. Thanks, Max Cabler. Alright. Hey Duo. Games and Movies Entertainment says, Games and Movies Entertainment knows a lot about Uncle Scrooge because he goes to Disneyland all the time. He has his own thing. And he had sent me a tweet on Twitter telling me something about Kingdom Hearts, the place of Kingdom Hearts or something. But he said, what did he say? The chat didn't go by, but if Scrooge McDuck wanted, he could buy Disney World and Disneyland. Easily. He could buy the whole world, are you kidding? Do you remember the Ducktales TV movie that started the show where they were looking for the City of Gold? Yes, the Treasure of the Golden Suns. I like that a lot. And actually, I'm gonna say one more thing. So about the future, about the Treasure of the Golden Suns. My favorite part of the entire series of DuckTales, and since this stream is actually about DuckTales, there is an issue. Where is it? There is an issue, and this is about DuckTales. This isn't so much about the comics. It is about the comics, but it's about the show DuckTales. This part of it. Let me find this really quickly. What was the issue? Shit. I don't know if it's on the front cover. I'd have to look for it later. But there is an issue, the 7 Cities of Cibola. I have to look it up. I have it right here. But there is a sequence in Treasure of the Golden Sun that is taken from that. It's when they're in the desert and they find like the sunken ship in the desert because there used to be a sea there, there used to be water there, and then the water's now gone, so the ship is just like in the desert at this point, and then I think they find a map there that is like taken from the comics, and I love how that whole sequence is done in that. It's like awesome. So anyway, alright, back to the game. You have to figure out the secret of the pyramid to get the treasure of the Nile. Didn't I just do this? Do you want to go there? No, I don't want to do this. I just beat that guy. Stop that launch pad. I want to go to deep within the waters offshore. There's a mysterious stone plate with great magical powers can be found. Do you want to go there? Yes, I do. So this is like being like Greece or something like that, which is, there's another comic that's, I like how this is very like, I can kind of relate all this to different issues of the comics. This, let me see what the levels actually like. Is this like ancient Greece? Or maybe not. Legend has it, lads, that there was once a city here that sank deep into the sea. Oh wait, is this gonna be the Atlantis? Oh, that's awesome. Let's see if this is actually Atlantis, because that's an issue that I really love. I think that's issue 7. No, wait, no. This is like Easter. Oh, this is like Easter Island or something. I don't know what the fuck this is. Which is also an issue. Actually, that was the one that I just pulled. This might have been this right here. This one that I showed. This might be based on this right here. Hang on a second. there is one that has statues like that. I don't know. I'd have to look through. I'm actually liking this game more and more because it seems like this is actually really interesting to me. I'll have to look later. I don't know what to do with these things. Like, what is up with those? I have not figured that out yet. Huh. Damn, I'm gonna have to figure out what that's all about. I want to go through this game again. I think what comic that is that has things like that. Yeah, suffice it to say, I really like this game. Alright, if I jump up like this. Oh, here they are! Yeah, it's like the Okay, hang on. Oh, they want me to do this, look. Pow. Oh, you motherfucker. Really? Oh, there you go, okay. Alright, wait. You see these dudes right here? No, now I gotta show you this. This is great. So, which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's this issue here. Let me see if I'm right. It might not be, but no, this is the wrong one. Shit. Let's see if it's this. I'm not gonna go through every fucking issue, but let me just see if it's this one. So one of these issues is, oh no, this is it. Okay, awesome. So it's issue 5. So I think we are like, this is basically Atlantis. You see like these fish people. So this would be based off of, I didn't realize this game was so like kind of true to the comics here. But that would be like these dudes. Here you go. Kind of like that, I guess. I mean, they look a little different, but I guess it's sort of like Atlantis. This is what I would compare it to if you were going to compare it to the comics, basically. I mean, these guys are like purple, but they're like merman people. They're like mermaid men. Mermaid men. That's good. Mermaid men. I like that. I'm gonna start saying that. How you doing, Louie? Something is written on the floor of the bathroom. Sink a stone into the sea, and the city will appear. A stone. Even if we had one, where would we sink it? Where would we, Louie? Pow. Oh, I didn't want to do that, did I? Hang on a second. Let's reset that. Crabs. We want to do this. There we go. I'm gonna hit these because I want to see if there's anything. Yeah, see that? Fucking secrets. Video games. I know you, video games. You can't get me. I've been playing video games too long to trick me with that. Ugh, screw you, Launchpad. We don't want that. That's Claw Grip from Mario 2 right there. That's what he is. Fucking that crab in Mario 2 is on, I think it's the end of level 5 or the end of level 6. That's like the hardest part of the game for me, probably, is throwing those fucking stones. I really like Mario 2, but I've done plenty of Mario 2 streams. I did like every fucking version of Mario 2 on stream, so I think I'm good on Mario 2. But I could always play Super Mario Brothers 2. I love Mario 2. Oh, here we are. I thought we had to sink a stone or some shit. What happened to that? Oh, look at this. Oh, what are you looking like Gizmo Duck over here? Blather and Blatherskite. Fenton Crackshell. Damn. It's like Gutsman or some shit. Fuck! Okay, this is actually a little bit difficult. How many hits? I feel like I'm gonna die on this. damn it. Oh no, did I completely die? Oh my god, you're kidding me. Oh, I should have bought that continue. Mother. Really? Alright, I'll try again and take a quick break for a minute, and we'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Not too long of a break this time. So, I had just been mentioning the first episode of Ducktales miniseries, whatever, Treasure of the Golden Suns. And so, I've been showing all my original delves and stuff like that. I've been collecting those for like 30 years, so, those are hard to get. But if you're interested at all in actually reading Carl Barks comics, you can go on Amazon right now, and you can get these collections, which are done by Fantagraphics. I'd recommend these. They're affordable collections, and they are actually true to the original comics. They're not edited out. They're in color. They're not black and white. So I would actually highly recommend them. They're really, really good if you want to read affordably. Read the DuckTales, Walt Disney Comics and Stories, Uncle Scrooge, Issues, Donald Duck, all that. But this one in particular, Seven Cities of Gold, what I was just talking about in that first episode is actually from this comic, and I want to show you a couple things about this. This is the sequence I was talking about right here. All this part. Here you go. This right here. Go watch Treasure of the Golden Suns. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then also, yeah, and look, and then they go down. And they find all this. But then the next important thing to tell you. Oh, and all this happens too in the cartoon, I believe. But then over here, this big splash panel, that's when they go into the basically the first episode is like a remake of this whole part. But what's also important about this, and I don't know that they even do this in the cartoon. Well, I guess the whole thing like kind of falls apart at the end. So this is basically very much like the cartoon, except in the comics it was the Beagle Boys, whereas in the show they had made up some other character. Can't remember his name. But what's important about this, and what I'm going to show you, is you guys who like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the famous scene with Indiana Jones and the boulder coming out comes from this issue. They pull the idol. Remember the idol in Indiana Jones? I mean, it's drawn differently, but that's basically the idol. They pull it off of the thing, and then here's the boulder. Okay? That's where it is. That comes from a Scrooge McDuck comic. And George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are fans of Carl Barks stuff. They grew up reading it, and that was taken right out of that comic right there. So if you want to get some good Uncle Scrooge stuff, I would recommend those, and there's a whole series of those books. Also recommended is Don Rosa. There's collections of his comics. He's the guy who kind of took over much later. He's a big fan of Carl Barks, and he sort of does the continuation of... if you've read all the Carl Barks comics, he kind of continued the legacy of what Barks was doing, and he's great too. I'm a big fan of Don Rosa as well. So both excellent. So I recommend all that stuff, you guys. And I know a lot of people are just into superhero comics. Give those a chance. They're really good. Alright. So we're gonna go back, and I'm gonna do this on normal again, and let's see if we can actually get through this now. How many Duck comic books do you own, Mike? A rough estimate? I have almost every single issue of that Carl Barks did, minus I think like four issues that I still don't have because they're really expensive. Maybe someday I'll get them, but there's a couple I don't have, but I have almost every single one. My two best collections are my Atari games and these. So thanks, Brutal But Clean. He says thanks for the history and show and tell. Yeah. So and in the beginning of this, I showed all kinds of games and stuff. By the way, I don't know if you guys are just joining, but there's the box. So it's cool, good stuff. But all right, let's do this. Flint Harklem Gold. Blah 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 blah. We saw this already. Now I'm actually gonna try to beat this. And all these secrets that are in this game, like I feel like there's just secrets everywhere, which is really cool. It's surprising that I didn't own this game, right? But this is a rare NES game, and I had been looking for a long time to find it with the box and everything. And I believe it has the manual too. Yeah, got the manual, right? Make sure. Be careful with this too. Yeah, the manual's in here. You guys want to see the manual? It's actually in the case too, which is real nice. Look at this. I didn't realize. So we got the manual as well. Pretty cool. I love NES manuals. A lot of times there's really cool artwork in them and stuff. I think James has a whole drawer in the nerd room just full of NES manuals. He's got a million of them. And I think he used to like tape them together or something like that. So he's just got like this book of NES manuals. In fact, you know what would be a great idea? You know how people are doing these collections, like there's an Atari book that shows like collections of artwork and stuff. What somebody should do is make a book of all the NES manuals. That's what somebody should do, and all the artwork and stuff. I want an NES manual book. And no, I don't think anybody's ever done that. Okay, that's what we should get. Another thing that we should get is a compilation book of all the Nintendo Power issues. Scan every issue of Nintendo Power and come up with a series of like these kind of things, like collections, books like that, like affordable Nintendo Power re-editions, at least of like the first 50 issues or something like that. They should definitely do that. I think a lot of Nintendo NES fans would like to see that, because those can be kind of hard to collect, like all the originals, and some of those are a little expensive too. Like if you want to get the first couple issues of Nintendo Power in any kind of decent condition, they're pricey. So I think that might be a cool collection of somebody to compile into a book. I'm sure you can find the scans online or something like that, but I mean like as an actual physical book might be neat. Hey, thank you very much, Hendrick498, for subbing with Twitch Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, you can sub for free. But if you have subbed, or if you're going to sub, don't forget to resub, because after 30 days, the sub goes away, unfortunately. So don't forget to resub if you have done that. Would highly appreciate. And regardless, by the way, regardless of whether you're subbed to me or you're subbed to anybody else on Twitch, like if you're subbed to Vine Sauce or something like that, whoever you're subbed to, you should resub to them if you're fans of them, because, you know, this is our thing here. MikeMatei live, Hey Busy 900. Eat My Steel says, I have the first issues of Nintendo Power. I was a subscriber from day one. All lost to time, youth, and my parents throwing them away. I still have a handful of them somewhere in my basement. Yeah, I also was from day one. Actually, I had a subscription to Nintendo Fun Club, which was the precursor to Nintendo Power. And I didn't start with like the first issue of that, but I had like, I forget what the last issue of that was. I had subscribed, I think, to the last issue of Nintendo Fun Club somehow. So I had that. So I think I got that in the mail or something. And then, so right after that, it had taken, I remember it taking like a little while. And then out of the blue, I got the first issue of Nintendo Power in the mail. And, you know, the one with like wart on it and stuff. And I was like, holy crap, this is so awesome. And I love Nintendo Power. It's the artwork and the work they did on that. It's such a colorful, it's like reading a comic book or something. Nintendo Power is fucking awesome. I love, like, Nintendo Power is part of playing NES games as far as I'm concerned. So I love it. I think I had the Ducktales issue somewhere over there. I'm kind of like lost in a maze here. Caught in a trap. I can't walk out. So where am I going here? I guess I had to go up here still? Oh yeah, this is where it is. Get the power, Nintendo Power. Get the power. This is what I had to do that I didn't do. Let's see if I can do this, or was it the first one? No, it was that one. I got the diamond! Demons to Diamonds. It's an Atari game. It's a weird Atari game. I want to do more Atari streams. I just did an Atari stream the other day of Kaboom, my favorite Atari game. And I still love that game. I hadn't played it in a while, and it still holds up. It's still my favorite. It's such a good game, and I still feel the exact same way that I've always felt about it. It's such a good game. If you guys have not played Kaboom on an actual Atari 2600, try to seek one out and do that, because I couldn't more highly recommend it. It's a great fucking game. Duo says, Nintendo Power started out kind of cheesy, but it had a golden age around the time of SNES came out, and it's probably one of the best kids magazines ever published. I'm gonna agree with part of that, but I'm gonna disagree in that, and I agree with that it was like cheesy early on, but I think it was awesome. Like all the drawings and animation and all the drawings and illustrations, I meant to say, you know, and just like great funny covers, like having Jack Nicholson on the cover. Yeah, it's cheesy, totally agreed, but it's great though, and it's super entertaining, and just the way they like laid out the pages and like the artwork and all that. I love the early issues of Nintendo Power, but yeah, also into the Super Nintendo era and all that. You know, just overall, just an amazing, awesome, fun, great magazine. And I don't know how many issues there were, but it's sad that it's not going anymore. But also, there used to be this thing called newspapers and books that used to exist. But you know, print media is kind of what do they say? I just said the internet killed the radio star. Also killed. The video killed the radio star. Internet killed, books. The Howard and Nestor is what I always cite as one of the things that originally got me interested in drawing and making art. Yeah, well, I had already talked about, right here, you guys saw what, inspired me to do any kind of art. Absolutely, without a doubt, that's what got me into drawing the Carl Barks comics. That was it. That's what did it. I have a lot of other comic influences that came after that. I was very into R. Crumb, who was sort of the grandfather of sort of underground comic art. And There was a movie on him, just called Crumb, which I really highly recommend. It's really good. And he's a very controversial comic artist, but a really, a genius. And so I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of a lot of things. I really like the early Flash Gordon comics, Alex Raymond. I love those early Flash Gordon comics. Another thing I totally highly recommend. Hal Foster, Prince Valiant, all that stuff's really great art, great artist. Al Williamson, awesome EC Comics stuff, weird science fantasy and all that stuff. I love the old EC Comics, the Mad Magazine, Tales from the Crypt, all that stuff. And by the way, that's all non-superhero stuff. But as far as superhero stuff, I like that too. I read the early Spider-Man comics. I like the early Batman comics. And Batman, in the 50s and 60s got super goofy, but I don't know, there's a certain appeal to that. But my favorite Batman comics are really the early ones, the ones that are done, I guess, late 30s, probably the early stuff, like the first few years of Batman. I love that shit. Alright, I feel like, God, I died before and the whole game started over, so I kind of feel like I need these both. I don't want to have to start over again, so I'm gonna get this. No, I don't mean to get that. It's not what I was looking for. B. I want to get this. That is what I'm looking for, Huey. I'm gonna make sure I have that. And can I afford this? I'm gonna get this. I'm spending some of my hard-earned cash here because I don't care. Like I said, I'm not nearly as familiar with this as I am with the original Ducktales. Thank you, Spanky77. Wow, an NES game that has item descriptions, that's ahead of its time. There you go. You didn't purchase the extra continue? Did I not? I think I did. Do you want to go there? I want to go too. Hey, thanks, Yukayoshi for subbing with Twitch Prime. I didn't mean to go back to this. I want to go. Let's try a different one right now. I'm gonna do the ship. Cargo ship. From the Bermuda Triangle. Now the Bermuda Triangle was that was a DuckTales episode, and I think it was one of the comics too. They both. Well, a lot of the DuckTales issues were. A lot of the DuckTales episodes were based on the comics. There was a good handful of them, at least. And thank you, KC Snipes Art, for subbing. I really appreciate that. The Mermaid's Teardrop. Do you want to go there, Uncle Scrooge? Yes, I absolutely do. I almost called him Donald. Launchpad. We're stuck, Uncle Scrooge. We'll never get by the mast. Look at it. Ooh. Wow, that was fortunate. Thank God that just happened. The lightning bolt. I always loved in Back to the Future. Like the little element they did with early in the movie. Speaking of lightning bolts, is why I'm bringing this up. How it was save the clock tower, but he grabs it to write down Jennifer's phone number. But had he not done that, there would have been no way to know when that lightning bolt was gonna strike. And Doc says, "This is it! This is the key," or whatever. Such a good movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I love the whole trilogy. I love the Back to the Future movies. They're so good. And I don't care what anybody says about the third one. Third one's good too. They're all good. I do have to say, I wish they would have made 4 of those movies. I wish there was one more, because I would have liked to have seen them go somewhere else as well in addition. I just wish they would have done that. And I know there was Back to the Future, the animated series, which I did a review on many, many years ago. Ooh, let's get that out. But yeah, I did like that show, and Christopher Lloyd did. He was at the end of those, doing like almost like Mr. Wizard type of things. Everyone hates Back to the Future 2 for some reason, but that's the darkest, most interesting part of the story. It's by far my favorite. Duo, that's totally false, what you just said. There's a ton of people that love Back to the Future 2. I went, when Back to the Future 2 had its anniversary, for the, when it reached the year, what was it, 2015 or something, a few years ago, I went to a movie theater where it was fucking packed with people, and there was people like outside, like waiting in lines and shit. People dressed up in Back to the Future stuff with DeLoreans and all this stuff, and it was all for Back to the Future 2. Not 1, not 3. There's a huge audience and love for Back to the Future 2, so I totally disagree with that. People, they love Back to the Future 2. So, I think it is true that more people like the first one, but no, there's a huge fan base for Back to the Future too. So I have to disagree with you on that one. Biff as president, yes. You got those emotes, nice. Yes, we have an awesome April O'Neil emote there. All the emotes are really fantastic, and we might have some good emote news coming up eventually here. A lot of things that I learned over this weekend, but we'll get to that later. God damn it, I didn't make that. Do. These bastards. What? Why is he not grabbing onto that? Ugh! Okay, that's pissing me off now because it's a good thing I bought that continue. Shit, man. I think this game's harder than the first Ducktales, huh? Or maybe it's just my familiarity with it. Alright. This is fucking not good here. Oh my god. Yeah! Oh my god! I can't fucking believe this. That part's fucking ridiculous. This isn't even on fucking difficult here. Look at this, I can't get there. Hey, thanks Final Shadow for subbing. He said, love this game, played it on Game Boy and finished it 100%. That's cool, yeah, I wanna... See, I don't know where all these secrets and shit are. I'm learning this game, you know, as we go here. I suck at this. Isn't it funny? I'm so good at the first Ducktales, and I fucking suck at this one. So I don't think a ton of people had this game back in the day, because I guess this must have been a later release. When did DuckTales 2 come out? Let's see. Actually doesn't say on the box. If somebody can look that up, when did DuckTales 2 come out? I have to assume it was a bit later, because even DuckTales itself must not have been an early game. Yeah, oh, 1993 DuckTales came out. So Super Nintendo was out by that point, and yeah, it is a later release NES game. That makes sense. Oh, that actually might not have been a joke. You might be thinking of the... Oh no, it wouldn't have been that early. I was thinking of the remake. God, I hate this part. Why would I want to go back? I never liked that they had that in there. I've never chosen to go back. I don't think. Alright. Fucking, what is wrong with this? I keep fucking sliding through there. This part is fucking bullshit. This is fucking pissing me off now. I feel like, am I doing something wrong here? Alright. Oh, like how do you, can you do that? Oh my god. Okay, thank god there's that there. Jesus. Is there something like I don't have or something? Like how can you possibly do that without even getting hit? Like anybody have any ideas for that part? Like what am I fucking, like there's gotta be a way to get through that. Other than get good, brah. Items and shit that you can get. Maybe I don't have something I need. I don't know. Oh, thank God that's there too. Okay. At least they give me like refills. I hate these birds, man. I wonder if there's something here. Alright, gyro. Something. High heel screws take this hammer adapter. You can use it to break the things that a golf swing normally wouldn't. Sweet. So I wonder if you can go back into the levels. Can you go back into the levels in this? Because then I can go through and get like all the fucking treasures and shit. Maybe that's when I would use Launchpad actually. Come to think of it. Get the treasure and then like exit. I really like this game. Somebody was asking earlier which one I like better. The only thing is DuckTales 1 has better music. This music's not very good. And DuckTales, oh fuck, I see what I was supposed to do. Hopefully I can get back. The first DuckTales had some of the best music on the NES. Oh god, he can't get it back now? Motherfuck. That sucks. Alright. Down to Davy Jones' locker, it is, arr. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, man. I want to go on that again. Such a good ride. Differences between the... Oh man, and don't get me started on what they did with the fucking... How they changed the ride. It pisses me off. I don't mind the Johnny Depp part that much, but it's the other change they made recently. Treasure map. Do I need, like, what's the treasure map do? I must feel like I should buy another Continue Globe. Fuck it, I just want to get through this. And then as I get better at it, maybe I'll try to do this without buying so many crutches. So, alright, let's do Scotland. The Ancient Castle. You know what this is? I have to show you this too. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. I really fucking like this game. I'll find this really quick. So in my mind, if I had to compare this to one of the comics, this would have been, if I can find it. Here we go. Hey, thanks Tic Tac for subbing. So if I had to compare this to one of the actual original comics, this would have been one of the 4-color issues. The Old Castle's Secrets, which Scrooge is in this, where they go back to Scotland, as you'll see. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Dismal Downs, here it is right here. Okay, in this silhouetted panel, right here, you'll see. Oh, here. The treasure is in Scotland. I only know it is somewhere in the huge old castle of Dismal Downs, which I own as the last clan duck. So, yeah, I would say we're in a castle and we're in Scotland. You know what one of the frames I love in this is? I always loved this as a kid, this, because I love Halloween and everything, but I always loved that frame, because he turns invisible there. These comics are so good, guys. You need to read them. I can't recommend them enough to you. It will make your life better. Alright. Let's go, Scrooge. Gotta get the money. Uncle Scrooge's motherfucking money. Wham. Oh, and this fucking knight right there, that's like in there too. Hang on a second. I'll show you that really quickly, sorry. Look at, there, right here. Look at this, look at this. Right? Come on. People who made this are fans. I mean, it could have just been a random night, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Scotland, it's got the night. This is totally, like, they're trying to do the Old Castle Secret as a fucking level. This is so cool. And I'd really never thought about this quite as in detail as I am right now. But, yeah. This game's fucking sweet, man. If only it had better music. Oh my god. So, you hack and homebrew guys, take this game, don't change it whatsoever, but put some better music into the levels. Like, somebody that likes to do, like, NES music, whatever, you guys, basically make a better soundtrack for this, and this game would be fucking excellent. Thanks, a jerk store. A jerk store. Oh, they're coming alive. Knew that was coming. Up there. There we go. Too slow. Too slow, old man. It's a Nemesis quote right there. Again, what is the name? Tom Hardy as Shinzon. Speaking of next gen, I got another thing at Too Many Games this weekend. The Star Trek The Next Generation board game, which I'm not going to break out because it's all the way in a different room, so, but maybe I'll show you guys sometime. It's pretty cool. These parts are the hard parts in this because, like, you can, it's just like an insta-kill if you fuck it up. And they'll just, like, knock you off into the abyss there. But I gotta get better at avoiding them, I guess. And spend all my money on fucking continues in this game. I'm gonna go this way instead. Oh wait, I did go this way. The other thing was the treasure. Okay. Treasure. Treasure! I'm also a fan of Terrence and Phillip. You guys remember them from South Park? Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a bone-biting bastard, Uncle Fucker. You don't eat or sleep or mow the lawn. Just fuck your uncle all day long. Ha 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 ha. Uncle Fucker. That's you. N-C-L-E. Uncle Fucker. Suck my balls. Fucking love that stupid shit. I am, by the way, a fan of South Park. Sometimes. Other times, eh. But once in a while, it does make me laugh sometimes. I'm gonna admit, guilty pleasure. And is South Park fucking still on? It's not still on, right? Is it one of these Simpsons situations? Damn, I was trying to get that. Oh my god, all the way back? Motherfucker, this is seriously not easy. The checkpoints are like few and far between here. Maybe I'm just having an off day. Ba ba ba, scooba ba doo ba doo boo boo. It's still on and it's still good. Really? I need to fucking catch up with South Park, man. I should like go back and you know what I need? A list of like. I can't because I'm not gonna watch them all because there've been so many. I need like a list of like the best South Park episodes of the last. I don't know, 5 years or something, and watch up and catch up on that. Because I've literally not watched that in forever. Thanks, Mike J. DM for subbing. Uncle Fucker song is the best musical number ever done, right? Forget that Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder stuff, right? It's all about Uncle Fucker. That's a joke, by the way. I fucking love the Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder movie. God, like, they're really gonna do this to me? No, Launchpad. I could imagine accidentally hitting the A button on accident and having him send me back and being really pissed off. Fortunately, it didn't happen right there. Oh, you know what? I know how to do this. Oh, there's nothing there? Really? Come on. Ha! If you get high enough, gotta get high. Ooh, look at those secrets galore. Huh. You think I can step on that? Let's find out. No. Did I just fucking... Oh, I have it continue. How are you supposed to do that? I thought that was like some kind of secret. Oh, I need to buy another one. I seriously thought that was gonna be secret. I thought that. Well, now I know. This is definitely a learning process here. I did that because I thought maybe you could step on that thing, but I guess not. Didn't know, like if that was a platform or not. So yeah, this is back, right? For me to. Oh, is it not? Okay. Dubious doings at Dismal Downs. Fuck. I want to get that. There we go. average NES music. Somebody say Patrick Stewart is going to be on Star Trek Discovery. Is it Discovery or is it like... I hope it's something like better. Because that means I'm going to be forced to watch an episode of fucking Discovery. That's why they're doing that. I can get you to watch it. Fuck that shit. It's probably gonna be Discovery. And I had heard rumors that that Quentin Tarantino thing was gonna be like a next gen thing too. So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, this. I'm not doing that this time. Fuck that. So we'll see what happens with all this next gen stuff. I do hope that they do something with next gen. It just better be good. They better not fuck it up. I would be fucking... Like, why did I just do that? That was fucking so stupid of me. Should have known that. That was just fucking dumb. I'm doing really, 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 really poorly at this. I'm not... Oh, I see what they want me to do. Okay. That's what they want. There you go. Stupid MikeMatei. Wizrobe. Oh, fuck you. Look at this fucking... That's like fucking Dracula and fucking Castlevania 4 and shit. Fucking crazy. Fucking Ducktales game, yeah. I expect that. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I think this is too difficult for target audience kids. I think it's just a game you gotta play a few times, which is a good thing because it gives the game a little bit of replay value. Because you buy this game when you're a kid for $50 or something. That's like you can play it several times and learn the secrets and stuff. I kind of like that. But I think, you know, Darkwing Duck. I would say Darkwing Duck is harder than this, and I think Tailspin is probably harder than Darkwing Duck even. Fucking Tailspin, man, that game. If I were to play it at this point, I probably wouldn't have too much of a problem with it. But I don't know. Darkwing Duck and Tailspin probably about on the same level. Those ones are tough, but I still have the continuous. I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm gonna get this actually. Alright, here we go. Inflation is really bad in this game. $500,000 to continue. Thomas Riker standalone movie. Oh god, what are you doing to me? Alright, Egypt time. Just a one-up. Yeah, I believe so. Eat my steel. Riker on the holodeck, standalone movie. Holodeck from Star Trek the Animated Series. way, if you guys fuck, I know I do. Yeah. Let me see what Louie's saying. If you guys saw any of my too many games streams, I'll be putting those up sometime soon. I was losing a little bit of internet connection there. How's it going, Uncle Scrooge? There are a lot of traps here. Better be careful. That's all you have to say? Come on, Buggy. Alright, this fucking part. What is the deal? Like, why didn't that work before? Now it works like no fucking problem? What? Did I get some kind of item to make me be able to do that? What? And that's all it is. Oh, look at this, look at this. What are you doing to me, game? Thanks, Brutal but Clean. No, but seriously, I would like to see some of those TV show characters show up on the rebooted Star Trek movies. Thanks, Wish Night. I think a few of the people that are in the chat right now were actually at Too Many Games. And I did pick up a few hacks and homebrews and stuff, by the way, there too, which I'll be showing you guys hopefully sometime soon. I got a couple that are really, really funny that you guys are gonna like. No, I don't want that. Snakes, I hate them. It's fucking, I don't know that. What did I just do? Okay. What have I just done? The Mega Man and the Mushroom Kingdom was that? Hey Mike, I was just watching the Games Done Quick charity stream and they mentioned AVGN during the Ninja Gaiden run. Pretty cool. You got a shout out to about 198,000 people. Was it about AVGN or was it like my stream? I'm pretty sure he's singing Back to the Beach, which was Pee-wee singing Bird the Word. Yes, that is true. The Bird the Word thing, a lot of people know it from Family Guy. I know it from Back to the Beach because Pee-wee did a sort of musical number in that called the Bird the Word, and he goes flying away on a fucking surfboard. It's really fucking funny. Actually, that's actually one of my favorite Pee-wee things. Let's forget about that. Not the most, that's the best part of that movie. Hey, Cell Processing, how you doing? I know Cinemassacre isn't planning on doing Monster Madness anymore, but did you ever read Tomb of Dracula? So we did do Monster Madness, and we're still doing Monster Madness. It's just that it's, we're not doing like full, complete, like a whole month of Monster Madness, but Monster Madness is still going. James did, we did Monster Madness last year, and James did videos. It was just less videos because he explained all the reasons why. It's just that we've done like fucking, I don't even know, like 500 or something like horror movie reviews. It's kind of like we've done pretty much practically just about everything that could be done after a decade of doing Monster Madness. But we're still doing it here and there when we have good ideas basically for it. So it's just less, but like you're getting the ones at this point that we feel are like important to do. So yeah, so Monster Madness is still going, and then we've been putting up the old episodes onto YouTube. Very good cell processing. Thanks for coming in. How's the game compared to the first DuckTales game? I think it's harder, but that might be only because I'm really familiar with the original DuckTales, because I grew up with it. So I think it's harder, but it really might not actually be. The music is not as good, but overall the game's really good, and I feel like it's a little more closely tied into the comics, which I'm really into. Like, this is, you know, Scotland, and I just said that's, you know, like, Old Castle Secret, and Egypt ones, like Mummy's Ring, you know, and different stuff like that, so it's really kind of cool. And I guess this is the one I didn't do. Now I'm like forgetting which ones I did and which ones I didn't do. Shouldn't they like check mark it or something? So, I think this is the one I didn't do. I don't even know. Hey, Dewey. Just I don't even remember. This is the one I didn't do, right, guys? Help me out. I have a fucking terrible memory. I also just went through this game like twice or whatever, so I'm getting a little confused of which ones I did, which ones I didn't do. Have you ever played AVGN versus Dr. Wily? I don't have a copy of it. I would totally do it. I think James might have a copy of it, so I'd have to borrow it from him. But somebody came up to me at Too Many Games with it and was like, "Here's AVGN Dr. Wily" or whatever, and I'm like, "That's cool. I don't have a copy of it." And I don't know where to find it. Like, where do you even get it? It's a fan made like AVGN game, and I think it was mentioned in the AVGN Games episodes. I don't have a copy of it, so I don't know. I would do it if I had it. Somebody at Too Many Games found it though. Somehow, maybe somebody was selling it or something. I have no idea. Sweet, I have a copy of it myself. Where did you get it, Super Jeff? Like, I don't know where to get it. Like, I would totally get it if I had it, or if I knew where to get it. AVGN vs. Dr. Wily is on the ROM Hacks website. No, I mean like a cartridge of it. Like, somebody came up to me with they had like the cartridge. But anyway, I think James has it. I'll just borrow it from James. I'll try to remember. I'll ask him if I can borrow it or whatever. Or maybe we can do it for James and Mike Mondays or something, actually. Something is written on the floor. Sink a stone into the sea, and the city will appear. Yes, we've already done this. All right, Louis. Louis, enough. Louis, a lot of times in the comics, was, I'll show you something about Louis here. If I can get one of the... Where are my Walt Disney comics and stories? Hang on a second, I want to find something. So what I was gonna say is he actually appeared in both green and yellow, but a lot of the times in the actual issues they just wore black, and so did Donald, by the way. But like on the front covers, Donald would wear like blue, but a lot of times they would wear yellow. So because people were mentioning me earlier about the colors. But yeah, actually you'll notice, so like on the front covers, I keep showing this one, but you know, Donald's in, this is not the best example. Here, let me just get this. Can I get one panel where they're all in it? Oh yeah, so here you go. So, like, Donald and the nephews would appear in, can you focus? In black, actually. Because, you know, you usually think of Donald Duck wearing blue, such as, you know, like that. But on the inside, they were usually wearing black. But anyhow. But that's Louie right there. Louie was in green. See, the Louie was like interchangeable. Louie would either be green or yellow. Dewey was always blue. Huey's always red. But Louie changes his clothes sometimes. I guess Louie is a little more cleanly. Louie likes to keep himself a little more proper than Huey and Dewey. Huey and Dewey are a little bit more. They're a little bit more sloppy, I guess. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Louie. I like that he keeps it clean. Louie might be my new favorite. I used to like Dewey, but now that I think about it, I think Louie might be my new favorite. But Huey, Dewey, and Louie used to appear originally in the Donald Duck shorts, the Disney shorts, which, by the way, Carl Barks wrote and animated on a lot of those as well. And I think it was in 1942 when he started doing the comics. He left because of Disney Studios having they brought in air conditioning into the studio, and he didn't like grow up because he was like born in like 1901, I believe. He was not used to air conditioning because they didn't really have it. So when they brought the air conditioning in, it like fucked with his allergies. So he actually talked to Walt Disney and was like, "Hey, can I like work from home?" And Walt Disney was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And then he ended up making like some of the best comics ever done. And it was in the comics where he created Uncle Scrooge and, you know, Gladstone Gander and Magic of the Spell and all these characters and stuff. But actually, Huey, Dewey, and Louie actually came out of the cartoons. That was not a Carl Barks creation. Huey, Dewey, and Louie were not a Carl Barks creation, and neither was Donald Duck. Donald Duck came out of, you know, I think people would like to say that it's Walt created it, but it actually came out of the Disney animation department. And, you know, people would also like to say that Walt created Mickey, but Walt created the idea of Mickey, like, hey, we need a mouse. But the person who actually drew Mickey Mouse was actually Ub Iwerks. And all these comics, see, back then, you'll notice something about the comics is that, what did they say on the front of the comic covers? Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge. Walt Disney didn't, you know, it was his company, but it was not, you know, kids back then would look at that and just be like, oh, Walt Disney, you know, he does everything, he's magical, you know, like Walt Disney. But really, you know, Carl Barks was doing it, or it would be like Walt Disney's Pinocchio or whatever, but really you have all these animators behind it. Nobody really, you know, back then at least, nobody was really thinking too much about that. It was just kind of like, Walt Disney is amazing. But yeah, Ub Iwerks is the one who actually, I better buy another one. Ub Iwerks is the one who actually drew Mickey. But Walt did do Mickey's voice. And Walt also, Walt was an animator, but didn't do much. Walt's actual animation was only in the very first Silence. This one, Disney was doing Silence, which were part of like the prior to Mickey Mouse and all that stuff. He was doing another series called. Well, he did the Alice comedies, and you know, usually people think of like Roger Rabbit for the combination of live action and animation, you know, with like Eddie Valiant or whatever, with you know, Roger and all that. But really, back to the 1920s, Walt Disney had done a series with called the Alice comedies, which were, you know, Alice in Wonderland based, and yeah, those were, you know, combination of. I fucking picked the wrong level. I think I just totally picked the wrong level, didn't I? What the hell am I on? Maybe this is it. I can't remember which one I'm on right now. I guess I'll leave with Launchpad. Am I on? Maybe is this the right level? You guys have to let me know. I fucking forget where I'm at in this game. I'm just kind of like blabbering about shit and not completely paying attention. But yeah, so Walt had done all that. I need to figure out where the fuck I'm at here. I don't even know if this is the right. Oh yeah, no, this is it because there's Louie. Okay. It's just taking me forever to get through this. Probably because I'm taking 8 million breaks to talk about shit. Hey, thanks, go get a 8472 for subbing. People are talking about Paul Rubens doing the voice of, originally the voice of Roger Rabbit. Don Bluth is one of your favorite animators. Well, Don Bluth did Dragon's Lair, which I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay in Dragon's Lair, but I do really like that art. I had Dragon's Lair on PC. Did this guy really kill me? Is that what happened? I think this is the hardest boss in the game. Send down the fucking things. What the fuck? Look at this asshole. There it is. Oh my god, jump. Why is this so hard? Needs to be dead. There it is. Mike, have you seen the Creed 2 trailer? We watched the Creed 2 trailer during my stream yesterday. The stream I did with James. I don't know if you guys missed that stream, but I did a stream with James yesterday. If you missed it, I'll be putting it up on Plays. Uncle Scrooge, it's terrible. And we played Pilot Wings. Webby's been... Oh, I'm missing this. If you want Webby back, Uncle Scrooge, meet me at my ship. Oh yes, be sure to bring your treasures. Ah, 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 ah. Just in case I fuck this up. I want this treasure map too. What's this treasure? I'm just spending all my money. I can't have any more. Can I have this? Piece of the map. Piece of the map. Like what? I don't know what that does. does. I'm gonna get it, just because I don't know what that piece of the map does. Oh, look at this. We've gotten 2 pieces of the map, Uncle Scrooge. 2 pieces of the map. What map? I missed something about a map. I don't know. I'm gonna have to... See, I want to figure out what the deal with like all these treasures and shit are. And, I want to play this again and try to, like, get all the treasures. Oh god, what's this? I've been waiting for you, Scrooge. I'll be taking those treasures now. Fuck you. Thank you so much for the treasures. Now let me show you something in return. Oh, Jesus. Fuck you. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. Fucking T1000. Fucking Flintheart Glumgold, Jesus Christ. The D1000! Oh my god, I called it. But I'll have the last laugh. That's so funny, because what was Terminator 2, like 91 or 92? They fucking get a reference in there? That's fucking funny. Oh my god. I had no idea. Webby! Where's Mrs. Beakley? She actually does appear on the treasures. They all sank into the sea. No! But the real treasure is that we have each other. See, Carl Barks didn't do shit like that. He didn't usually knock you over the head with this kind of sappiness. I suppose true friendship is all you really need. This is like a Capcom thing. The real treasures. New Wave Junkie says, the real treasures in the sea. I agree with you. And that's because that's so out of Scrooge's personality. Do you remember what I fucking just showed you? Where is that? That is not... Did I put it away? Well, earlier in the stream I showed Scrooge McDuck goes, everybody hates me and I hate everybody, or something like that. He would totally fucking... But what on earth was the secret treasure of McDuck? So I missed shit, huh? I gotta go back and probably get all the treasure map and everything that I missed. And also, I can't hit anything now? I definitely want to go back through this and get everything. Isn't that funny in games when you can't, when it just ends and then it doesn't take you back to the title screen? Yeah, for sure, the real treasure is friends when you don't have a building full of money, says Prime Evil Dean. The real treasure's in the money bin. Oh, there you go. That took a long time. Barkley standalone movie. Okay, that's a good idea. Skywalker Ranch. Treasure is the real treasure. Alright. So, that's it for now. I'd like to do another stream of this. And maybe I'll do another stream of this later today. But I also want to play the UN Squadron. I've been wanting to play this, so I have UN Squadron, and I have some hacks and stuff that I want to play too. So I'll probably do another stream later today. Thanks for watching, guys. And check out some of the videos that are on Cinemassacre Plays if you've been missing some of those. And also check out the new ABGN video. We got Dirty Harry, and let me know if you guys want to see me do a stream of Dirty Harry. And what was I also gonna say? James and Mike Monday coming up. Thanks for watching. And And Duo says UN Squadron is the best shmup on SNES. I checked. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.